Hello everyone, this is Miguel Sarmento. Welcome to the best parties around the world, where I'll be showing you the very unusual parties and exciting events around the world. In this episode, since we are in Carnival season, I will show you one of the oldest and most romantic and amazing Carnavali. This takes place in the beautiful city of Veneto, Venice, so stay tuned. If you're planning to go this 2019, you will learn what are the best balls to attend, what to do, and how to get the most during this Carnival season. Venice Carnival or Carnavale di Venezia. It is an annual carnival that starts around 2 weeks before Ash Wednesday and ends on Shrub Tuesday, Fat Tuesday or Marte di Grasso. It is a 10-day celebration. It was first held back in the 11th century celebrating the victory of Aquileia, and it lasted for over 2 months. These parties were the only time when lower and upper class mingled together, aristocrats and peasants disguised by their mask and play of their fantasy together. Wow, look at that, it's amazing. One of the most anticipated events of the Venice Carnival is the Flight of the Angel. It has its roots back from the 16th century. Back in those days, a young Turkish acrobat, just with a barbel, was able to reach the bell cell of St. Mark's Tower, walking above this long rope from a boat anchor at the dock of the Piazzetta. Going down instead, he was able to reach the Dutch Palace as a tribute to the Dutch. We're now in this magnificent 18th century palace called Carrexonico. So being said, a must thing to do if you visit during Carnival is to attend to the many Venice masquerade balls. Okay, stop. This will take you back to the splendor and magic of the carnivals of the 18th century. Today I'll be showing you a very important and luxurious ball called the Ballo Tiepolo. This takes place at the Pisani-Moreto Palace. The palace dates back from the 15th century by the Bamboo family. Although this 2019 will be the last year you will experience the Vallo Tiepolo at the Pisani-Moreto Palace. Next year will be held in a different location. Another very important ball that takes place at the Pisani-Moreto Palace is a well-known ball, El Ballo del Doge, hosted by Antonia Sauter, a very famous Venetian costume designer. So, shall we go to the ball? I will see you soon. There are 2 ways to arrive to the Pisani-Moreto Palace. One is by boat and the second one by foot. Since I was close from my hotel to the palace, I decided just to walk. I highly recommend to really go ahead of time if you're planning to walk. Then it has a very narrow streets and little bridges, so you can easily get confused. Wow, finally made it to the ball. This is a little intimidated. As soon as I arrived at the ball, I was welcomed and greeted by the guests. The music was delightful, and I really felt like I really was staying back in time. They served delicious aperitivos and of course an open bar, which I took it easy. How I mentioned before, this palace dates back from the 15th century. The palace was renovated, modified, and extended over the centuries. But the current aspect dates back from the 18th century, which is the costume I decide to wear tonight. I personally decide to wear my costume, but there are many ateliers around the city where you can rent, buy the costume you prefer. Here we got the jesters. A jester or court jester was historically an entertainer during the medieval and Renaissance ages who was a member of the household of a nobleman or a monarch employed to entertain him and his guests. Okay, now it's time to go up to the novel floor to enjoy dinner created by the Michelin-starred chef. Pisani Moreto Palace is considered one of the most beautiful palaces in Venice. Its elaborate Baroque decorations inside with the original work of the most outstanding Venetian artists of the 18th century. Check how hundreds of candles are light up. Actors of the comedy arts and other performers will move through the different rooms to entertain you while you enjoy your 6-course meal. The beautiful opera and the exquisite performance will take you back to the magic of the 18th century masquerade balls. And now it's time to go down again. This time to dance. But first, don't forget to practice your steps of the minette. And no worries if you made a mistake, because you will take lessons ahead from the dance masters. I feel still I need to take more dance lessons, you know. Eventually I'll get better. Well, the magic of the dance floor takes place. You can enjoy some coffee, hot chocolate, Venetian sweets, and Prosecco wine. And everything that has a beginning has an ending. The only thing I didn't like it was no after party, because I heard back in the 18th century balls lasted until the next morning. Well, welcome to the 21st century. Okay, here there are some pictures that I took before and during the ball. Here there are some ladies that I met and my table. This picture I took before, in my hotel. These people are the organizers of the ball. And here we got more people I met from Amsterdam in Russia. And here's me again. Well, this is not the end. Here where the funs begin. Okay, I'm ready to go back to the hotel, see what happens. Yeah, I'll see you later. As you can see, it's pretty dark and there's no one on the street, but I have to go back to the hotel. Here it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning. It's still a different place. Everything is light, treasure now. Dressed in like 18th century costume. Darkness. There. As you can see, I'm pretty lost and it's hard to find the place even with the GPS. I enjoy this. I complain. Okay, here's a little narrow hallway. You guys hear that noise? Yeah. Sounded like a bird, something like that. I mean, the streets will take you don't know where. I mean, it's like you're going back in circles. With those narrow little hallways, it's pretty hard. If you guys never had a night tour of Venice, here's one. Now you can see how Venice looks like after 2 a.m. in the morning. I was surprised I didn't see anyone on the street, not a single soul. I felt like I was a ghost, an 18th century ghost. The streets are not really matched with this. At this point I was like in a loop. I couldn't find the hotel. Where are you? I mean, even with the phone I cannot find the place. Now imagine you didn't have any phone. Basically the light that I had, it was just a flash on the camera and the few lights on the street, but pretty much it's very dark. It's very dark. Almost to the hotel, but always really narrow. I gotta make it too. Finally in the right direction. It's not. Well, I feel that I'm quite close, but not there yet. So I just have to keep trying and see. I discovered that this city is pretty safe because being in myself in the middle of nowhere with that darkness was pretty safe. So it's pretty nice. I don't know if this would happen if it was in New York City, but who knows? It's almost 40 minutes and still I don't find the place, but hopefully I'll be there soon. This area. So finally, I'll see you later. Hello everyone. So I finally made it to the hotel. It was like a long walk, definitely, but I really enjoy it. I saw places that I never thought I was gonna see in the middle of the night, and pretty tired now. So walk on these shoes for like 40 minutes to get here, but it was fun. So I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. See what else can I discover in Venice. Take care. Bye. Hello everyone again. Besides I attended to the Ballo Tiepolo, I also attended to another ball here in the Hotel Danieli. The Hotel Danieli is one of the most beautiful and best hotels in Venice. If you remember the movie with Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp, you will know what I'm talking about. I highly recommend staying in the Hotel Danieli, not just because it is a landmark in Venice and it's a beautiful hotel, how you can see, but because it's impeccable service. And the best part, you cannot miss its location, which is just a few steps from the Piazza San Marco. I didn't film much of the Daniele Hotel Ball except for the Minette dance, as you can see. I'm still trying to learn more steps after the Ballo Tiepolo. I didn't film much of the Hotel Daniele Ball because I didn't find it as interesting and luxurious as the Vallo Tiepolo. The reception space at the Danieli Hotel seems like it was remodeled back in the 60s or 70s style and lost many of its original architecture. For the ball, also they used mostly artificial light and not as many candles as the Vallo Tiepolo, which lost its old 18th century vibe. Of course, the price ticket can say a lot between the Vallo Tiepolo and the Danieli Hotel Ball, which basically can say that you get what you pay in terms of quality between the two balls. Of course, it has nothing to do with the 5-star hotel itself, as I described previously. In the future, I will attend to other Venice balls and I will let you know more about it. Venice, one of my favorite cities in the world. For me, Venice is like the old European New York City. Of course, both cities are not exactly alike, but what New York City and Venice have in common is how easy to navigate through the city without the need of a car or have to drive long distances. Venice is the only city in the world that the only way of transportation is by foot and of course the famous gondola ride. Piazza San Marco, the principal public square of Venice, what is generally known just as La Piazza. The piazza's rectangular design was once a showcase of the city aristocracy and is most impressive from its sea approach. Piazza San Marco was named after the unusual stunning basilica of the same name that dominates the east end of the square. The slender Campanile di San Marco, the basilica's bell tower, is one of the square's most recognizable landmarks. Did you know that the Venice Carnival fell in decline by the 18th century, and it was until 1979 that it was brought back to the days of glory of the old times? It was received with such a great success that until now people all over the world come every year to have a great excuse to don a mask and costume, parade around the city, and enjoy the live music in the main square of the city. Fantastic costumes are displayed in San Marco Square, which is the best scene to take amazing photographs. Other important thing you must do if you visit Venice is to check Teatro La Venice, Venice Opera House. Venice became the site of the many famous operatic premieres at which the works of several of the 4 major bel canto era composers. Today I will enjoy the premiere of the El Barbiere de Sevilla by Rossini. Hi, this is your host Miguel Angel Sarmento. I hope you enjoy this episode about the Venice Carnival and the reviews of the Ballo Tiepolo and the Daniele Hotel Ball. As I said, I will attend to more balls in the future, so don't forget to subscribe. Leave comments below about your experience with the new Venice Carnival and the Carnival Masquerade balls. And if you want to review any interesting event or an interesting unusual party around the world, I'm open to suggestions. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram to stay up to date with the new amazing events and parties around the world. Until then, ciao!